AI Business Brief for July 5, 2026. Simon Willison shipped SQLite utils for $0 with Claude Fable doing most of the coding for $149. Alibaba banned employees from using Claude Code, while Anthropic closes Chinese access loopholes. The fanfiction community built a Claude detector that flags AI-generated stories, sparking debate over creative use versus full automation. Here's the full breakdown of today's top AI stories for your business. AI Business Brief. Date, Saturday, July 5, 2026. Next section, lead story. Coding agents just became economically viable for small software projects. Simon Willison's latest SQLite utils release, 4.0 was mostly written by Claude Fable for about $149.25. The agent worked through 37 prompts and 34 commits over 30 files, catching 5 release-blocking bugs that Willison hadn't found, including a critical data loss issue in the deleteware function. The most interesting part: harder tasks actually gave Willison more freedom to do other things, since the agent sometimes needed 10-15 minutes to churn through complex changes. He went to a parade and occasionally checked in from his iPhone to prompt the next step. This is the practical business case for coding agents finally landing. If you run a software project and can articulate what needs fixing or improving, you can now hand off entire refactoring sessions to an agent for the cost of a nice dinner. The work quality is high enough for production releases, and the time savings are real. If you maintain any open-source tools or internal utilities, this is worth trying on your next major version bump. Read more. Next section, tools and launches. Mistral AI is betting on enterprise deployment, not consumer chat. The French AI company is raising $3.5 billion at a $23.15 billion valuation, and has grown from $20 million to $400 million in annual recurring revenue in 1 year. But their strategy is completely different from OpenAI. Forward-deployed engineers help governments and large corporations build custom models using their own data via a platform called Forge. Their Vibe chatbot, formerly LeChat, has minimal brand recognition compared to ChatGPT or Claude. CEO Arthur Mensch says they are releasing a new open-weight model this summer with early access in July. If you're a mid-sized business looking for AI that runs on your infrastructure with your data, Mistral's enterprise approach is worth watching. Read more. Alibaba bans Claude Code, citing it as high-risk software. Starting July 10, Alibaba employees can't use Anthropic's programming tool and must use the company's own coder instead. This comes after Anthropic reportedly ran an experiment in March to secretly identify Chinese users to prevent account abuse and model distillation. Anthropic already prohibits Chinese companies from using its models and has been closing loopholes. If you're using Claude Code in a corporate environment, expect more companies to develop internal policies around which AI coding tools are approved. Read more. Next section, Business Playbook. B2B e-commerce growth comes down to 7 levers, and AI powers most of them. Small businesses can boost sales by prioritizing digital-first customer experiences. 83% of B2B buyers prefer online ordering. Integrating AI for personalized product recommendations, using data analytics to optimize inventory, and deploying chatbots that handle up to 80% of routine inquiries. AI-driven personalization isn't just for consumer retail anymore. If you run a B2B operation, implementing self-service portals and AI-powered product recommendations based on buying behavior will directly improve conversion rates. The key is segmenting your audience for targeted campaigns and using predictive analytics to meet demand before customers ask. Read more. Better AI models can actually be worse at using third-party tools. Armin reports that newer Claude models, Opus 4.8, Sonnet 5, are more likely to call custom edit tools incorrectly compared to older models. The reason? Recent models have been specifically trained via reinforcement learning to use Claude Code's built-in edit tools, which makes them worse at using different tool schemas in other coding environments like Pi. If you're building your own AI-powered tools or workflows with custom function calling, test thoroughly with the latest models. You may need to implement multiple tool schemas just to handle different underlying models. Read more. Next section, Industry Moves. Hollywood studios must reveal their own AI usage in Midjourney lawsuit. Disney, Universal, and Warner Bros. Sued Midjourney for copyright infringement because its image generation models can create images of characters like Bart Simpson and Darth Vader. Midjourney is now compelling the studios to disclose all their generative AI usage, not just consumer-facing content. The startup argues that if studios are developing AI models for internal storyboarding or ideation using unlicensed copyrighted content, it would prove industry custom and support Midjourney's fair use defense. The studios claim they just want Midjourney to stop copying their IP, not shut down the business. This case will set precedent for how fair use applies to AI training data. Read more. The fanfiction community built a Claude detector and immediately started a civil war. An anonymous developer created an AO3 browser skin that turns the entire page red when it detects font Claude response body code tags, which appear when text is pasted directly from Claude into archive of our own editor. The tool works, but it can't tell if an author used Claude for spell checking a few sentences or generated the entire story. Some community members view any AI use as betrayal. Flagged authors are being publicly shamed. The detection method has obvious limits, won't catch anything edited in Google Docs first, and future works can easily evade it. But the community backlash shows how polarizing AI writing tools remain in creative spaces. Read more. Next section, quick wins. When using coding agents, give them harder tasks. Simon Willison's experience shows that complex refactoring jobs actually work better with agents because they give you time back while the agent churns. Don't waste agent time on quick edits. Use them for multi-file changes, dependency upgrades, or comprehensive test coverage additions where you can articulate the goal, but don't want to spend hours implementing it yourself. If you maintain open-source tools, try agent-assisted releases before your next major version. Agents excel at pre-release audits. Prompt: final review before shipping a stable X0 release. Very important to spot any last-minute things that would be a breaking change if we fix them later. Let the agent find the edge cases you missed. Next section, Outlook. The SQLite utils story and the competing models worst tools problem reveal the same pattern. AI tooling is fragmenting fast. You'll get better results customizing workflows around specific models rather than assuming tools are interchangeable. Watch for more companies banning external AI tools in favor of internal alternatives, especially in regulated industries. The Midjourney lawsuit discovery process will be the one to watch for setting AI fair use boundaries. That concludes today's AI Business Brief. From Carolina, Clear Tech. Stay smart, stay ahead.